I'm Ray Couture, and this is Astrological Perspectives. December begins with Saturn, the planet of caution and structure, pushing its way forward in Sagittarius. This accounts for the global turmoil in a war between the past and the future. This brings into very sharp focus the need for discipline and honesty in our personal lives as well. The relationship between Pluto in Capricorn and Uranus in Aries is the underlying factor. These two have been separated by 90 degrees ever since 2007 and are at the root of global conflicts which resulted in the 9/11 attack on the World Trade Center and all terror attacks, including the Paris ones of the last month. This cycle also operates in our personal lives, of course, and calls for a new effort toward creating a better world and a better sense of what it means to be human. Pluto represents the elimination of all that is obsolete, and Uranus represents the need for breaking away from the past. These two planets and their relationship over thousands of years can easily be correlated with various revolutions and the formation of new empires, states, and allegiances throughout human history. In contemporary terms, the 60s conjunction of these two planets ushered in a new cycle and thus a point of departure from an older order of society, politics, and religion. New views of what it means to be human began to emerge from the tumultuous beginnings of this cycle. Now that they are separated by some 90 degrees, the need for a new revolutionary view of humanity is paramount. A massive paradigm shift now is well underway, calling for a new allegiance as the global situation reaches the boiling point across the globe. Most, if not all, of our personal relationships underwent similar changes in the 1960s and are once again facing the need for restructuring as a prerequisite to genuine spiritual growth. This December 27th, Uranus will begin moving direct in Aries, which has always been associated with new beginnings. Uranus has been rocking the boat there for some time, but will now seek to consolidate its transformational power and seek new pathways forward. This will mean changes both large and small, ranging across the whole of humanity and to each individual human being. Please include your sun, moon, and rising signs as you consider the following. Moving out of your comfort zone will be necessary, Aries. It might also feel like you are moving in reverse this month, but you cannot accept living in a world which no longer supports the need for new vistas in spiritual, psychological, and sociological terms. Time for something new should be obvious before the end of this month. Your ability to get the most out of life may feel rather magical, Taurus. Your famed tenacity will find lots of opportunities for you to show your grit. Creative efforts will be focused on community service. Some of you may find it easier this month to express your deeper feelings and to be willing to help others fight what some have called the holiday blues. Geminis who are in a relationship might feel some sort of doubt about why they're in the relationship in the first place. The issue is not about being in one, but instead about discerning which one of you desired it. Arguments may erupt this month, especially since Saturn is in Sagittarius and will likely put pressure on both of you and your partner to be honest and forthcoming. You may not feel secure in your shell, Cancer. Address an urge to strike out in a new direction which has been building for some time. Seems like a perfect time for you to express your inner feelings about this need, especially if you are in a committed relationship. Support for another is nice, but your needs are important too. Creativity and humor may save the day. Saturn's message seems to be just for you, Leo. Your validity and creativity are so interwoven that it will take strong discipline to be in control of some aspects of your life. Being in control is essential, but the real challenge is to serve the needs of others. This will help establish your validity and resurrect your self-esteem, as well as helping you make a transition from me to we. Jupiter in your sign has been calling on you to elevate your perspectives on life and the meaning of it all, Virgo. You're almost always face down in the daily struggles of life, but now things seem different. Saturn requires a degree of restructuring, so it might help that Jupiter asks that you rise above a potential crisis and learn how to serve minus the slavery. Venus transiting your sign will likely energize a re-evaluation of your career or social position, Libra. Mars plays a hand in it too, as it redirects its energy toward eliminating obstacles in your way. However, the real adjustments lie still ahead this month and the next month as well. For now, your best approach is to keep your head down and wait for the right opportunity to make a change. Deep scanning time for you, Scorpio. Take a hard look at your connections and see if you can find anyone besides you that you can rely on. You love having friends, but it bothers you to actually need them. It is time for you to step up and signal your need for assistance to rise above old fears and frustrations. Saturn in your sign is more than just a drag on your agenda, Sag. It also packs a powerful punch, requiring you to turn to wisdom rather than go on some personal or social crusade. You can bring a higher perspective to bear on the situation. That applies to your own situation as well as to the world, which is buttressed and inflamed by ignorance and violence. The pressure is building to make some real changes in your life, Capricorn. Pluto's call for global renovation is behind your struggles to hold steady. Many of you suffer from conditions brought about by a world order that is rapidly failing. Might be a good time to cast your lot in with revolutionary ideas and help structure the future as opposed to fighting the past. Looks a bit of a whirlwind of change is on the front burner for you, Aquarius. Some kind of emotionally stressful issues might arise and have financial repercussions as well. Change your message to forge ahead with new ideas that have been percolating in the back of your mind for some time. Risk is unavoidable now, so reduce your exposure with clever planning. You are aware, aren't you, Pisces, that it would help to get your house in order? It is time for rising above issues that have your life in some degree of disarray. Adjusting your thinking so as to meet the needs of others would help disentangle you from various disagreements. The challenge is to believe in yourself, despite being tangled up in emotionally charged issues. For East West Bookshop, I'm Ray Couture.